What's your name and how old are you?
My name is Celine and I'm 9 years old.
Despite the fact that it is common knowledge that child stars are held in high esteem within the entertainment industry, the question of what happens to them after their initial rise to fame is always a point of contention. Celine Tam, a contestant on America's Got Talent, best exemplifies this particular situation. Her ascent to fame was not a miraculous achievement that occurred overnight. Rather, it was the result of years of commitment and laborious effort. Celine was already a shining star in her own right long before she impressed the judges and audience on America's Got Talent. She was already a shining star in her own right before she impressed the judges and audience. As a result, she was even given the nickname, the little girl from Hong Kong with the big voice. What, however, has she been doing since the conclusion of the show? So far, has she experienced any kind of drama in her life? Let's get down to business. The meteoric rise to fame of Celine Tam. Celine Tam was a young girl who had great aspirations of becoming a prominent figure in the world of music before she became famous for her role as the star of the popular show America Got Talent. Celine, when she was a young girl, had lofty aspirations and an even more expansive voice. Much earlier than when she appeared on the stage of America's Got Talent, she had already begun her journey to fame. However, prior to her appearance on America's Got Talent, she was simply known as Celine Tam, and she was originally from Hong Kong, China. Born on November 22, 2007, Celine Tam was born in Hong Kong, which is located in China. Both of her parents are named Zi Min Shan and Dr. Steve Tam. Her father, Dr. Steve Tam, is also a music instructor and a vocal coach in addition to being her father. He is the founder of the Sing and You Music Center, which is a place where a large number of young children become familiar with music. After witnessing the exceptional qualities that his daughter possessed, Steve Tam made the decision to pursue his passion for music education, despite the fact that he had a background in business administration. Since he made this decision, the music school was established in the year 2013. Celine has always demonstrated a strong passion for music, even from a very young age. During a car ride, her parents were the ones who first became aware of her singing ability. During the course of their journey, Celine, who was only a young child at the time, started singing along with a well-known song. The well-known singer Celine Dion was the one who performed the song, which was titled, "My Heart Will Go On." The fact that this song was included on the soundtrack of the film Titanic is another reason for its popularity. Her parents came to the realization that their young daughter possessed a unique talent after hearing her perform such a difficult song with such perfection. Due to the fact that they were impressed by Celine's natural talent, this event served as a turning point for both Celine and her family. It was Celine's father, Dr. Steve Tam, who began teaching her singing lessons after being inspired by the obvious talent that she possessed. He desired to cultivate her abilities and assist her in developing her singing abilities while he was there. He was able to guide her through the process of becoming a great singer by utilizing his knowledge and expertise to teach her the techniques and skills that were necessary. These classes were extremely beneficial in assisting Celine in gaining a deeper understanding of music and enhancing her singing abilities. When it came to Celine's aspirations, her parents were very encouraging. They never wavered in their faith in her capabilities and always encouraged her to take part in performances and practices. Celine was able to gain confidence in her singing with the assistance of their support, which was very important. Due to the fact that he was a vocal coach, her father was aware of the significance of proper training and practice. He made certain that Celine received the appropriate direction and assistance in order to develop her talent. The fact that Celine would go on to accomplish a lot in her life was beginning to become more and more apparent. On the other hand, Celine was only 7 years old when that became a reality in the year 2014. Celine made the initial significant move that would alter the course of her life eternally. The very event that she took part in was the one that marked the beginning of her journey in the music industry. During a singing competition that was broadcast on television in China, she performed the song, "You Raise Me Up." She gave an outstanding performance, which garnered praise from a wide range of people. It was because of this event that Celine was brought into the public eye and that she was able to establish herself as a young singing prodigy. Numerous opportunities presented themselves to Celine as a result of her remarkable performance on the Chinese singing show. In the latter part of that year, she featured a young Canadian performer by the name of Jeffrey Lee in a duet performance of the same song, which was titled "You Raise Me Up." The duet that they performed was well received, and it drew the attention of a great number of people. Because of this, they were given the opportunity to exhibit their skills on the NBC show Little Big Shots, which is hosted by Steve Harvey, in the year 2015. The fact that Celine made this appearance helped to further establish her position as a rising star in the world of music. Celine continued to delight audiences with her talent, despite the fact that she was still a young child. It was through her participation in a variety of singing competitions and performances that she was able to demonstrate her remarkable voice and stage presence. Throughout her entire life, her parents never stopped encouraging and supporting her, making certain that she had the means and opportunities to pursue her goals and ambitions. The passion that Celine had for singing grew stronger over the course of these formative years. She put in a lot of effort and practiced all the time in order to improve her skills. Within the context of her development as a singer, the Sing and You Music Center, which was her father's music school, was a significant contributor. The institution gave her the opportunity to learn and develop, while she was surrounded by other students who aspired to be musicians and teachers who were encouraging. Beginning with her early performances and experiences, Celine was able to construct a solid foundation in the field of music. She became familiar with a variety of singing techniques, stage presence, and the art of connecting with an audience throughout her training. In the future, when she made the decision to audition for America's Got Talent, these skills would prove to be extremely valuable. Celine had already accomplished a great deal for her age prior to her big break after appearing on America's Got Talent. As a result of her performances on a number of prestigious stages, she had garnered recognition for her talent and established a strong following. During the time that Celine was getting ready for her audition on America's Got Talent, she drew upon the experiences and lessons that she had gained during her younger years. She had learned the value of perseverance, hard work, and believing in oneself through the experiences she had going through during her childhood. When she moved on to the next significant stage in her musical career, these characteristics would prove to be extremely valuable. In 2017, Celine Tam made the decision to participate in the audition process for America's Got Talent, which is also referred to simply as America's Got Talent. The decision that she and her family made was a significant one. The United States of America is home to a renowned talent show known as America's Got Talent, which showcases the talents of individuals from all over the world. It is well known for having judges who are very tough and a large audience. There are a lot of talented performers who have the dream of performing on the stage of America's Got Talent. The opportunity to showcase her talent on a global stage and communicate with a more extensive audience was presented to Celine by this event. The audition that Celine gave was a moment that everyone involved will remember forever. Even though she was only 9 years old at the time, her talent had already reached a certain level of development. As she made her way onto the stage of America's Got Talent, she exuded an air of self-assurance and complete composure. The judges and the audience were immediately endearing to her because of her adorable presence. An enormous smile appeared on her face as she introduced herself and stated that her name was Celine. Additionally, she said that she had a younger sister who went by the name of Dion. Due to the fact that it demonstrated that her parents were huge fans of the famous singer Celine Dion, this revelation made the esteemed judges very happy. Their love for music was made abundantly clear by the fact that they named their daughters after their favorite musician. Celine's performance piqued the interest of the judges, who included Simon Cowell, Heidi Klum, Mel B, and Howie Mandel, among others. Celine was asked by Simon, who is known for his direct and sometimes harsh criticism, which song she would like to perform. Obviously, she responded with a song by Celine Dion, and she did so with a playful tone. A grin appeared on Simon's face as a result of this response, which also increased the level of anticipation in the room. Her performance was eagerly anticipated by both the audience and the judges. Celine decided to perform the well-known song My Heart Will Go On, which was originally performed by Celine Dion for the film Titanic. As soon as the music started, there was complete silence in the room. The young girl who was standing on the stage was the center of attention for everyone. Almost immediately after Celine began singing, it became abundantly clear that she possessed a unique talent. Her voice was strong and mature beyond her years, despite her young age. Through her performance, she was able to effortlessly reach the high notes, and her performance was filled with emotion and grace. The audience was completely enthralled by Celine's voice as she started to sing. They paid close attention, and many of them revealed that they were visibly moved by her performance. At the point in the song where she reached the most intense part, the audience erupted in applause. To the same extent, the judges were impressed. Simon Cowell, who is known for his critical eye, appeared to be surprised in a genuine way. Melanie B. and Heidi Klum were both smiling and nodding their heads in agreement. There was no doubt that her performance left Howie Mandel feeling moved. Following the conclusion of Celine's performance, the audience greeted her with a standing ovation. The appreciation that everyone had for her talent was demonstrated by the loud and enthusiastic applause that she received. In their discussion of her performance, the judges shared their thoughts. Her voice was praised by Simon Cowell, who stated that it was very impressive for someone of such a young age. Both her self-assurance and her presence were admired by Heidi Klum. The singing technique and control that she possessed were praised by Mel B. Howie Mandel, expressed his profound emotion, and conveyed his belief that she had an incredible future ahead of her. Celine's audition produced a very positive response. It was evident that she had left a strong impression on the judges, as she received positive feedback from each of them. She was selected to advance to the next round by the judges, who reached a unanimous decision. During the subsequent round, Celine decided to perform a rendition of Michael Bolton's song, "How Am I Supposed to Live Without You?" She once again enthralled the audience with her incredible vocals, and they were impressed. Even before she had finished singing the song, she was immediately greeted with a standing ovation because her performance was so flawless. Laverne Cox, who was serving as a guest judge for that particular episode, was profoundly moved by Celine's performance. There was no hesitation on her part when she pressed the golden buzzer after telling Celine that her voice was incredible. Celine was able to skip the subsequent round and proceed directly to the live shows as a result of this action. In the history of America's Got Talent, Celine made history by becoming the first Chinese performer to receive a golden buzzer. Celine's performance on America's Got Talent continued to be very impressive, and she quickly advanced to the semifinals of the competition. The song "How Far I'll Go" from the film Moana was the one that she decided to perform for her semi-final performance. Again, she gave a performance that was absolutely breathtaking, which left the audience as well as the judges deeply impressed. In spite of the fact that she gave an outstanding performance, Celine did not emerge victorious from America's Got Talent. Nevertheless, she had no idea that a particular dream of hers would soon be realized within her lifetime. The desire to meet Celine Dion was something that Celine had always had, as was mentioned earlier. Celine Tam expressed her gratitude for the chance to perform on such a large stage, despite the fact that she did not end up winning the competition. She took to Twitter to convey her appreciation and to share her desire to reunite with Celine Dion at some point in the future. She uploaded a video of herself singing the song "My Heart Will Go On," which was the same song that she appeared to perform during her audition. Numerous individuals were moved by her performance, which resulted in the video receiving a significant number of views on YouTube. Something truly remarkable took place 1 week after Celine Tam was eliminated from the competition America's Got Talent. Celine Tam was contacted by Celine Dion herself through her Twitter account. Celine Dion extended an invitation to Celine Tam and her family to attend one of her shows in Las Vegas, with the intention of congratulating Celine Tam on her incredible performances. Celine Tam had a hard time believing all of this. The prospect of meeting her hero filled her with elation and excitement. The opportunity to meet Celine Dion in person was a dream come true for her, and she could not wait to experience it. For the purpose of meeting Celine Dion, Celine Tam and her family made the trip to Las Vegas. As soon as they arrived, they were greeted with smiles and warm embraces. There was a lot of kindness and grace in Celine Dion. During her time with Celine Tam and her family, she made them feel very special by spending time talking to them, and admiration for Celine Dion was felt by Celine Tam. Her singing was not the only thing that she admired about her. She also admired her for her humility and kindness. A moment that Celine Tam would never forget was when she had the opportunity to meet Celine Dion. Because it was such a unique and unforgettable experience, she would always treasure it. During the course of their meeting, Celine Dion provided Celine Tam with some insightful guidance. She inspired Celine Tam to keep putting in a lot of effort and to have faith in herself that she would succeed. Celine Tam was advised by Celine Dion that she should never give up on her dreams and that she had a promising future ahead of her. The words of wisdom meant a great deal to Celine Tam. Celine Dion was someone she looked up to, and she valued the advice that she provided. The meeting left Celine Tam feeling inspired and motivated to continue pursuing her passion for music, and she left the meeting happy. The show that Ellen DeGeneres hosts, which is called The Ellen DeGeneres Show, is extremely well-liked. Quite a few well-known people appear on her show. She engages in conversation with them, engages in games, and amuses others. The moment that Ellen heard Celine perform on America's Got Talent, she was blown away by her performance. She was aware that Celine would be a wonderful addition to her show, and as a result, she made the decision to invite her. Celine and her family responded with a great deal of excitement when they learned that Ellen wanted her to appear on the show. Celine was presented with a significant opportunity. As a result of her appearance on Ellen's show, she was able to perform for an even larger audience. It was an opportunity for her to showcase her prowess in front of a different audience. There was a great deal of pride in Celine's parents. They were aware that this was a significant step in her career as a singer. For the purpose of appearing on Ellen's show, Celine and her family made the trip to the United States. From Hong Kong, it was a very long journey, but they were overjoyed to finally arrive at their destination. This incredible experience was something that they wanted Celine to have. When they arrived at the studio, Ellen and her team enthusiastically greeted them and made them feel at home. It was everyone's kindness that made them feel at ease and at home. The moment Celine was about to appear on the show, she felt a little anxious. She had performed in front of a large number of people in the past, but this was truly unique. There were millions of people who watched Ellen's show at the time. In addition to that, Celine was very excited. She was well aware that this was a fantastic choice. She was accompanied by her father, Dr. Steve Tam, throughout the entire ordeal. He did his best to keep her calm and gave her words of encouragement. Celine was perfectly prepared to take the stage when the time came for her to do so. Her introduction to the audience was made by Ellen. In her speech, she praised Celine's extraordinary talent and remarked on how she had left an impression on everyone on America's Got Talent. It was a very exciting moment for the audience to see Celine. In support of her, they applauded and cheered. As a result, Celine experienced a surge of joy and self-assurance. After that, Celine was finally given the opportunity to demonstrate her talent. Celine performed a stunning song on Ellen's show, which left the audience in a state of complete, utter astonishment and complete pleasure. Strong and clear was the tone of her voice. The audience remained silent as they listened, awestruck by her abilities. They greeted her with a hearty round of applause once she had completed her performance. Additionally, Ellen was deeply impressed. Celine was told by her that she was in fact an incredible singer. Ellen is always looking for ways to make her guests feel like they are the only ones there. The same thing happened to Celine as well. Following her performance, Celine sat down with Ellen for a conversation. Ellen inquired about her life and inquired about how she got her start in singing. She shared with Ellen that she has had a passion for singing ever since she was a young child. She stated that her father was the one who taught her how to sing, and she expressed how much she enjoyed music. Ellen paid close attention to Celine and made her feel at ease without interrupting her. Following the conclusion of the show, Celine and her family continued to remain in the United States for a while longer. They desired to see some sights and have a good time during their time off. They went to a number of well-known locations and had a great time doing so. The departure from their typical routine was a welcome change. Spending time with her family and creating new memories was something that Celine cherished. As soon as they arrived back in Hong Kong, Celine never stopped working on her singing performances. She had the desire to continue to develop her voice and make it even more beautiful. In addition, she started getting ready for additional performances. She had gained access to a great deal of new opportunities as a result of appearing on Ellen's show. Additional invitations to perform at a variety of events and shows were extended to her. Additionally, Celine received a great deal of attention in Hong Kong as a result of the invitation to Ellen's show. Many people in that area watched her on television and felt a great deal of pride for her. She achieved even greater fame in the nation in which she was born. People began to recognize her while she was out and about, and they began to ask for her autograph. For Celine, this was a very exciting experience. Celine Tam was appointed as an ambassador for Room to Read in the year 2020, in addition to her accomplishments in singing competitions, a global organization that works to promote literacy and gender equality. Room to Read is a global organization. It is their mission to ensure that children living in underserved communities receive a quality education. It was a great honor for Celine to be selected to serve as an ambassador. She had a good understanding of the significance of being able to read and write. Her desire was to assist other children in gaining access to the same opportunities that she had. In her role as an ambassador for Room to Read, Celine took part in a variety of activities that were designed to raise awareness and funds for the various initiatives that the organization is working on. In addition to encouraging children to read and learn, she was instrumental in the promotion of literacy programs. Celine had a remarkable amount of enthusiasm for this cause. Education was the key to a better future, and she was well aware of this fact. She aspired to make a positive impact on the lives of a great number of children all over the world. An additional significant accomplishment in her young career was the work that she did with Room to Read. That is not the end of the story. Throughout her life, Celine Tam has always had a deep and abiding love for music. She continues to put in a lot of effort and become a better singer, despite all of the accomplishments she has achieved. A sizable number of people follow her on the internet. There are more than 1 million people who subscribe to her channel on YouTube. In addition to posting cover songs on her channel, Celine occasionally provides her followers with a glimpse into her personal life. Through her music, she enjoys establishing a connection with her audience. Her followers are devoted to her voice and eagerly anticipate the release of her new videos. In addition to her channel on YouTube, Celine is also very active on the social media platform Instagram. When it comes to her official Instagram account, she has more than 200,000 dedicated followers. She shares photographs and videos of her activities, including her family, her daily life, and her performances. For the purpose of ensuring her safety, her parents assist in managing her social media accounts. It is their hope that she will have a happy childhood and not feel an excessive amount of pressure from being online. Celine is able to maintain a normal life while simultaneously showcasing her talent to the rest of the world thanks to this. Celine is still performing around the world at a variety of shows and events. She recently gave a performance at the Hong Kong Sevens Grand Finale, which was one of her most recent. Her singing was absolutely stunning, and her voice left an impression on everyone. Acting in front of an audience is something that Celine enjoys doing. It brings her a great deal of joy to see that other people are enjoying her music. Always giving her best performance, she puts in a lot of effort to ensure that her fans are pleased with her. A great number of young people consider Celine's story to be an inspiration. It demonstrates that if you put in a lot of effort and are determined, you can accomplish a lot of things. Despite the many obstacles that she has encountered, Celine has never lost her resolve and has never lost sight of her objectives. Numerous aspiring singers look up to her as a model to emulate. Her successes demonstrate that if you have faith in yourself and put in a lot of effort, you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. What are your thoughts on Celine's life after she has finished competing on America's Got Talent? In your opinion, do you believe that she still had a lengthy singing career ahead of her? You are welcome to share your thoughts in the comments section. For additional content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Furthermore, please click on the video that is displayed on your screen. You are going to take pleasure in it.